Thank you, Mr. Purnell, and particularly do I thank the Congress Heights Community Association for allowing me the opportunity to say a few words to you and to ask for your vote once again. I ask for your vote even though I don't have a vote, but I don't think that's any excuse for not bringing home for DC what DC needs. So each term I have tried to earn your vote. I prefer to negotiate in the Congress, but I do know how to fight. I negotiated by way of benefits that our youngsters are still enjoying this year. Our DC TAG program got a $5 million raise. Thousands of DC residents are in homes only because of my $5,000 home buy credit. Besides statehood and voting rights, my emphasis in Congress has been on jobs and the economy. My work has revived entire neighborhoods in the District of Columbia. Noma is thriving with mixed use because specifically my work. The Southeast, now called Capitol Riverfront, along M Street near the waterfront, is being built because of a bill I got out of the Congress. On the southwest side, I just got out a bill from the Congress that will rebuild the southwest waterfront. That's jobs for Ward 8 and every ward in the District of Columbia. My biggest construction progress and my proudest is the Department of Homeland Security right here in Ward 8. That's a complex of buildings with an anchor that we're also putting on the east side because DC wants an anchor to help it attract a private industry to the east side. That's going to go on for years. Through on-site visits and monitoring, I've seen to it that DC residents were not onlookers but had jobs there and will continue to have jobs there. We are transforming Union Station, beginning with 5 bus companies there now to serve you, so you don't have to stand in the streets to get a bus. But the whole of Union Station is going to be remade. The World War I memorial that they tried to take even our war dead from us, I have negotiated that back. That war memorial is for DC residents only. We will have the Frederick Douglass Memorial in the Capitol, even though we're not a state, and they tried to keep us out because we're not a state. The Frederick Douglass Memorial is going into the Capitol. I got all of the riders off. They got one back on, and I'm trying to get it off, but the most deadly one we've kept off, the needle exchange rider. The District of Columbia will never be shut down again because the federal government shut down, because my bill is through the Congress that will avoid any shutdown of the District of Columbia if the federal government shuts us down. Don't shut me down. Give me your vote again. I ask you, my good friends, here in Ward 8.
First of all, I'd like to thank the Congress Heights community for putting this together. They've always been helpful. I am a member and I live in the community. And I'd like to say thank you for doing this for the candidates, especially the no-name ones, because again, we have a right to be heard also. I'd like to respectfully ask Ms. Norton, for all of her loyal duty and all that she's done for the district, to please give a new person a chance, based on the fact that we need a new vision. And I feel I can bring that vision to the District of Columbia. And I respect her for everything she's done, but again, she's been here 22 years, and I really would like this chance. I don't feel that it's right that the working class has to work till 70. I'm sorry, government doesn't understand the working class supports the world, not the rich. It's us. Without us, they have nothing. And I don't feel it's right that we have to work till 70. Look at Chuck Brown, he died at 75, he had money. Look at Herman Zensley from the Jeffersons. He's 74 and he had money, he died. Stanford has done a study. The average American lives to 78 years old. And I'm sorry, it's not fair that the working class has to work till 70. Unless you work for a government, or part of a strong labor union or state or city government, you will work till 70 because nobody will be able to retire at the age of 62 at 30% of their health care. That's only $30,000 a year for the two of them. I have a different vision for the district. The way I look at it, if our energy department can give $8 billion to a company in Atlanta to build a new nuclear power plant, the state gives them 6, they put up 6. It's always 2/3 state and federal, 1/3 private industry, and then they bend us over for it. Those type of investments should pay higher dividends to our Social Security recipients, 100% of their health care, and remand the fact that we have to work till 70. On top of that, you get kids with a 3.7 to a 4.0 grade point average. Those young minds deserve a free ride on the taxpayer at a state or city university, based on the fact that they may create that new alternative energy we're looking for, or develop that cure. We have to become more humane as a nation. Americans have lost that drive to bend over and do anything from this country. Why? Because our government keeps taking advantage of the working class. They have to look at us as the solution and not the problem. And I will do what I can to change government to better. On top of that, on Capitol Hill, we are no longer respected. We have no vote, we have no nothing. They don't care about us. And the way I look at it, this office is going to work differently if I get elected. I'm going to hire an economist, a financial analyst, and a constitutional law attorney on staff. By doing so, we're going to dissect those bills. We will expose which congressmen and which senators give up their votes for earmarks. Because again, lobbyists are here to stay, but their candidates can be pushed out of office if we publish this data in their states. So I have a new vision in a different way. And again, Ms. Norton, I respect you for what you've done. If I do get elected, and I do make us the 51st state, I will give you that vote, and I will write the bill with your name and place in mind to have that first vote. So I do pray that you listen to me, and that you listen to a new vision. And I have a dream to make us the 51st state by asking the NAACP, the National Urban League, and other organizations to join our cause to have a rally on Emancipation Day to talk about democracy and how it's not being given to the residents of the District of Columbia. Thank you very much. God bless.